Happy Valley, my time as an inaugural Diversity Residency Program Librarian. In January of 2013, I was beginning my final semester of the University of North Carolina at Greensboro's Master of Library and Information Studies degree program. Knowing that I would soon be the recipient of an ALA-accredited MLIS degree, I began my job search. I applied for more than a handful of entry-level librarian positions in public and academic libraries, but the one position in which I was the most interested was the Diversity Residency Program Librarian position at the Pennsylvania State University Libraries. I had never lived or worked permanently outside of sunny and warm North Carolina, but I had a feeling that would be changing soon. In the span of a few short months, my interest would turn to nervousness and then into excitement. As a newly minted Association of Research Libraries Career Enhancement Program Fellow, I was able to attend the ARL Leadership Institute in Seattle, Washington during the last week of January in 2013. One of the most enlightening and memorable presentations I attended during the Institute revolved around academic library residency programs. I listened to resident librarians from Ohio State University and Emory University discuss the benefits, challenges, and opportunities they faced in their respective programs. It was after this presentation that I realized I had made the right decision to apply for the position at Penn State. During the next few months, I had a phone interview, an on-campus interview, and finally a job offer. I was fortunate enough to have other options, but I was elated to accept the Penn State offer. In August of 2013, I began my appointment as an inaugural Diversity Residency Program Librarian at Penn State University Libraries. In an interesting twist of fate, the other incoming librarian who would share this experience as an inaugural resident was Mohammed Beret. Not only had I previously met Mohammed, but we attended the same MLIS program at UNCG, and just 3 months prior to our first day at Penn State, we had both walked across the stage in Greensboro to receive our MLIS degrees. In this position, I would be a fixed-term faculty member with generous benefits that even included a professional development fund. Other components of the appointment included having my very own knowledgeable mentor and opportunities to serve on and lead both library and campus-wide committees. I had a good idea of the opportunities and expectations my new position would entail, but I had no idea just how impactful my 2-year residency would eventually become. The most wonderful thing about being an inaugural resident is that you can blaze your own trail and set your own bar. I was given the opportunity to select my work rotations based on my own professional interest. Talk about your dream entry-level job. I found that this setup was perfect for me, as I went into library school with a public librarianship focus and didn't have the opportunity to learn much about academic libraries or the related responsibilities. Sure, I had prior internships in academic libraries, but this flexibility at Penn State would grant me hands-on professional experience in a research library ranked 8th in North America. During the first year of my residency, I completed work rotations in the business library preparing online learning objects, the Research Hub providing in-person and virtual reference assistance, and in the Department of Adaptive Technology Services, where I converted textbooks into accessible formats for blind and visually impaired students. I also began long-term rotations in the Departments of Library Learning Services and Digitization and Preservation. In Library Learning Services, I provide information literacy instruction, I create online learning objects, and I serve as a collection developer and co-selector for the library's leisure viewing collection. In Digitization and Preservation, I served as project manager for the digitization and restoration of the Penn State Froth, a student-led magazine published from 1910 to 1985. This year-long project included scanning, editing, handling sensitive materials, linking metadata, and loading the collection of 19,876 images to Content-DM. I have actively served on the library's Diversity Committee as chair of the program subcommittee, the library's Open House Steering Group, and the library's Disability Services Committee. I have also served the Penn State University community as a member of the President's Commission for Women on the Personal Safety and Sexual Assault Awareness Committee, the PSU Martin Luther King Jr. Commemoration Planning Committee, and the PSU Student Technology Advisory Committee. During the summer between the first and second year of my residency, I taught information literacy classes for LEAP, the Learning Edge Academic Program, which provides entering Penn State freshmen the chance to begin their academic journey by taking prerequisites while being fully immersed in college life. I also presented alongside Penn State University Library's Dean, Barbara Dewey, on a panel about residency programs at the 2014 ALA Annual Conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also in the summer of 2014, I attended the teacher track of the ACRL Immersion Program in Burlington, Vermont. None of these opportunities would have been possible had it not been for this residency program at Penn State. The flexibility of this residency program truly allowed me to find my niche in librarianship. When I began at Penn State, I had little idea of what my career-related research interests would be. My work in various areas and with all types of library and campus employees solidified my research interest in classism and rankism in academic institutions, specifically in academic research libraries. I also had no idea when I began of whether I wanted to work in reference, special collections, adaptive technologies, cataloging, instruction, digitization, or collection development. Through my residency, I have been able to gain at least foundational experience in all of these areas. I've found through my work that I absolutely love creating online learning objects and providing information literacy instruction. Now, I could assume that this affinity stems from my baccalaureate background, which is in theater performance. I could take this to indicate that I love to teach and be the center of attention, and that I love to create and hear and see myself on screen. Ultimately and truly, I love interacting with students and helping them along in their educational endeavors, and I found the perfect career that allows me to do just that. Now, as I come into the final months of my residency, I want to share as much as I can about the benefits of residency programs in academic libraries. Not only do these programs actively foster diversity in libraries, but they also provide absolutely critical experience to recent MLS and MLIS graduates. In a professional climate where even entry-level positions are requiring that candidates have at least 2 years of experience in academic library settings, the support and continuation of library residencies such as this one at Penn State could not be more important. Even in residency programs that are subject or duty specific, the hands-on professional experience gained by these recent graduates in these fast-paced research libraries makes for more well-rounded librarians who can be as competitive as possible upon the completion of their residencies. As all good things must come to an end, my time as a resident librarian at Penn State University Libraries will end in July of this year. In August, I will begin my work as the Learning Technologies Librarian at the Virginia Commonwealth University Libraries, where I will develop, implement, and assess a suite of online learning tools to support students' information literacy and research skills. I'll also be providing information literacy instruction to students with various backgrounds. I am so confident that the skills, experience, and relationships I gained during my residency made me a strong candidate in my recent job search, and that they will serve me very well as I continue in my career as an academic librarian. I'm thoroughly pleased with my first post-MLIS position. Despite the frigid winters and the spans of time in State College where everything outside just kind of seems gray, I can honestly reflect on my time here at Penn State and not regret a single experience. It is, after all, Happy Valley. Thank you.